The assassination of General Igor Kirillov, a catalyst for global unrest. Good evening, and welcome back to Wisdom Tales of Change. Tonight, we delve into a story that's both shocking and enigmatic. The assassination of General Igor Kirillov, Russia's foremost expert in nuclear, biological, and chemical defense, has sent ripples across Moscow and the world. Beneath this dramatic event lies a complex web of geopolitical intrigue, internal power plays, and escalating global tensions. Let's uncover the details. Let's begin with the facts. On a seemingly ordinary day, an electric scooter parked outside General Kirillov's apartment in Moscow exploded, killing him instantly. This was no accident. This was a calculated and brazen attack. Think about it. A high-ranking military leader, head of Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical protection forces, taken out at the Kremlin's doorstep. The message was clear. This was more than just an assassination. It was a show of force. Initial intelligence reports, including insights from analysts, point the finger at Ukraine. If true, the attack signals an alarming escalation in the Russia-Ukraine war. Experts warn that Russia is likely to retaliate swiftly, and not just on the battlefield. A strike of this magnitude leaves us with one chilling question. Is this the prelude to something far more dangerous? Now let's talk timing. The assassination comes at a critical moment, just weeks before the U.S. presidential handover, where former President Donald Trump is set to return to office. Analysts suggest this could explain the urgency behind such an attack. Remember, at the end of World War I, armies scrambled for every last inch of ground before peace talks began. Could this be history repeating itself? Could both Russia and Ukraine be making desperate moves to strengthen their positions ahead of a potential ceasefire under a Trump-led administration? But here's where it gets murky. Why would Russia lose one of its most valuable leaders, someone responsible for safeguarding and modernizing its nuclear and chemical programs? Was General Kirillov a liability? His role in accusing the United States of running biological labs in Ukraine was central to Russia's propaganda. Could his prominence have made him expendable in an internal power struggle? This brings us to a disturbing trend inside Russia. General Kirillov's death is not an isolated event. Remember the targeted assassination of nationalist figure Daria Dugina. This pattern raises a critical question. Are we witnessing a growing power struggle within Russia itself? DW News reports suggest that Moscow's leadership could be fracturing under the weight of war and sanctions. Internal chaos at this scale, particularly with nuclear programs in the mix, is a dangerous scenario for Russia and for the world. To complicate matters further, analysts highlight a theory that's even more unsettling: the involvement of outside forces, particularly China. According to their reports, China's use of gray zone tactics, a form of warfare that blurs the line between peace and conflict, may be at play here. Gray zone tactics involve cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, espionage, and economic pressure. One startling example? A Chinese spy allegedly infiltrated high levels of British society, even coming into contact with Prince Andrew. Could China be exploiting Russia's internal chaos to expand its influence? It's speculation, but it underscores an important reality. We are living in an age of unconventional conflict, where wars are fought without traditional battlefields. The assassination of Kirillov could be more than an internal event. It could be part of a global power shift. With General Kirillov gone, Russia's nuclear, biological, and chemical defense programs face significant uncertainty. Kirillov was deeply involved in modernizing Russia's nuclear arsenal and overseeing chemical weapons. His death leaves a leadership vacuum at a time when those programs are under immense scrutiny. The consequences are twofold. First, internal instability could stall these programs, weakening Russia's strategic deterrent. But on the other hand, Kirillov's death could embolden hardliners within Russia, who may see him as a martyr. They could push for more aggressive expansion of Russia's nuclear and chemical capabilities, risking a new arms race with the West. Imagine the psychological toll inside Russia's military leadership, generals now looking over their shoulders, wondering who's next. This uncertainty could drive unpredictable actions and heighten the risk of escalation. So, where does this leave us? One bomb, hidden in an electric scooter, has ignited a chain reaction with global consequences. It raises fears of Russian retaliation, potential nuclear escalation, and internal chaos within Moscow's ranks. It highlights the fragility of the current world order, where regional conflicts and political uncertainty are deeply interconnected. And with the U.S. presidential handover on the horizon, the stakes are even higher. A Trump victory brought to ceasefire negotiations, but can Russia, dealing with internal unrest, negotiate in good faith? Or will this turmoil push Moscow to take even riskier actions on the global stage? As we conclude tonight's report, General Kirillov's assassination reminds us how fragile stability can be. Beneath the surface of any major event lies a network of power struggles, hidden agendas, and ripple effects that touch every corner of the globe. The war in Ukraine, internal chaos in Russia, potential Chinese influence, and shifting U.S. leadership all converge into a story far bigger than the sum of its parts. Here at Wisdom Tales of Change, we believe in understanding these connections. Because knowledge is power, and in a world shaped by conflict and uncertainty, staying informed is our greatest tool for change. Thank you for joining me tonight. Stay curious, stay engaged, and let's continue to seek wisdom to navigate this ever-changing world. Until next time, keep asking the tough questions.